Good morning, SKN. I am Cortensia Carty. Again, I'm a Lone Ranger. Jamie is still out sick, and we are wishing him a speedy recovery. We begin this morning with the latest in local news. This from Wind Media. The St. Kitts and Nevis National Carnival Committee is expressing its gratitude to patrons who came out in their numbers to support the 51st staging of Sugar Mass in St. Kitts, which ran from November 25, 2022 to January 3, 2023. The Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, Minister of Creative Economy, the Honorable Samuel Duggins, and Chairperson of the Carnival Committee, Ms. Shannon Hawley, crowned the winners of the various competitions, who all received attractive prizes through the sponsorship of the private and public sectors. Sugar Mass 51 came to a close this week on Monday and Tuesday, with revelers dancing to the music of a number of bands for the Carnival Grand Parade and Last Lap. The Road March title went to Grandmasters, who collaborated with Du Jour and produced the ever-popular song Outside Again. Small Axe Band took first place with their song Kick Them Off the Wall, and Upset Squad took second place with their song Cowbell. The Carnival Committee, in a statement on Wednesday, thanked all stakeholders who contributed to the successful staging of Sugar Mass 51. And quote, "We will see you from December 15, 2023 to January 2nd, 2024 for Sugar Mass 52, the statement added. Tickets to the inaugural Prime Minister's New Year's Gala sold out. This from SKNIS. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, first New Year's Gala is slated for Saturday, the 7th January 2023, under the theme New Beginnings. The demand for the event was so high that the tickets for the New Year's Gala hosted by the Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, was sold out early in December 2022. The Prime Minister's New Year's Gala will be held at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort Grand Ballroom at 7 p.m. It is set to be a black tie and red carpet affair. Her Excellency Elizabeth Thompson, Ambassador Extraordinaire and Plenipotentiary of Barbados with responsibility for climate change, small island developing states, and law of the sea will be the keynote speaker for the event. Ambassador Thompson also serves as Deputy President of the Senate of Barbados. Entertainment will be provided by local artists such as Infamous, Du Jour, Mimi, EK The Real Right, Queen Independent, Ruckus HE, and Genesis Band. Jamaican Instagram comedian and web star Rohan Quite Perry and recording artist and songwriter Bugle born Roy Thompson are listed as the special acts for the evening. The Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis and the organizing committee expresses gratitude to the patrons for the support given and apologizes to those who were unable to purchase tickets for the inconvenience. Prime Minister welcomes New Year's babies. This from the Press Secretary Office. The first two babies born in St. Kitts and Nevis in 2023 are both males. The Prime Minister and Minister of Health, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, on Tuesday, the 3rd January 2023, visited the Joseph N. France General Hospital, bearing gifts to congratulate the mothers of the first two babies born within the Federation for the new year. The Prime Minister congratulated the mothers and offered advice as he cradled and admired the babies. The two mothers gave birth to healthy infant boys, both over 7 pounds. Mistress Faustina Williams gave birth on New Year's Day to a baby boy weighing 7 pounds and 4 ounces, and on January 2nd, 2023, Mistress Jolly Dunn gave birth to a 7 pound 8 ounces baby boy. Both ladies were quite pleased to receive a visit from the Prime Minister of the Federation on such a memorable occasion. Now for our weather, it is partly cloudy with a high of 81 and a low of 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Take a look at your hourly and weekly weather, and we'll be back with regional and international news.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom. No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Yeah.
An exotic experience.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We now continue with the latest in regional news. This from Caribbean News Now. The Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPA, and the Martinique Cancer Registry signed a memorandum of agreement to work together to strengthen cancer surveillance and control in the region. This collaboration is of critical importance as cancer is the second leading cause of death in the Caribbean and has a major impact on health and development. Speaking at the signing ceremony at the CARPA headquarters in Port-of-Spain, Trinidad, CARPA Executive Director Dr. Joy St. John stated, and quote, "The scope of the collaborative work under the Memorandum of Agreement will be based on the joint goals of the Caribbean Cancer Registry Hub and the Martinique Cancer Registry to increase the quality, availability, and use of cancer registry data in order to inform cancer control planning in the Caribbean region, end quote. Dr. St. John pointed out that in 2007, at the landmark Summit on Non-Communicable Diseases, NCDs, CARICOM heads of government committed to establishing programs necessary for the surveillance of NCDs such as cancer. Dr. St. John added that Caribbean countries also committed to reducing premature mortality by 25% by 2025. And she declared, and quote, "Today is another milestone in our effort towards advancing this agenda," end quote. The National Cancer Registry plays a critical role in cancer surveillance and ultimately support cancer prevention and control efforts nationally and regionally. We now continue with international news. Amazon plans to cut more than 18,000 jobs, the largest number in the firm's history, as it battles to save costs. This from the BBC. Amazon, the online giant, which employs 1.5 million people globally, did not say which countries the job cuts would hit, but said they would include Europe. Most of the job losses will come from its shops, including Amazon Fresh and Go and its Human Resources division. Companies that last a long time go through different phases. They're not in heavy people expansion mode every year. Amazon has seen sales slow after business boomed during the pandemic when customers bored at home spent a lot online. A potent combination of a downturn in advertising revenues due to businesses seeking to save cash alongside consumers spending less as the cost of living crisis bites is hitting tech firms hard. Other big tech firms, including Meta, which owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and cloud-based businesses software firm Salesforce, have also both recently announced big cuts. Amazon has already announced that it's cutting back on projects like the Echo, better known as Alexa, and delivery robots, which were nice to have, but not actually making money. Anecdotally, there is a tendency in Silicon Valley for firms to hire and retain talented workers on attractive salaries, even if they are not immediately needed, primarily in order to stop them working for rivals. This culture is a luxury which big tech can no longer afford to maintain. Amazon employees affected by the cuts are expected to be told by January 18th. GMSK Nation, there we have it for regional and international news. Up next, we will continue with our New Year's, the whole holistic view of the body. Yesterday we did the devotion. Now today we are going to speak about our body with Paula Surgeon Collins. So stay tuned after this.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
I going out tonight. I got a hot date. He older than me, but I don't care. I like what he telling me. He say I look sweet and ting. What? You want me go home with him? Nice. Boy, I wonder if I'm ready for this. I notice he ain't got a condom, but I gonna go ahead, see? He might think me ain't like him or trust him. Plus, this my first time. Nothing gonna happen to me. Lord, how could I let this happen? I ain't ready for no child. Who gonna support me and my child? My man gone jail and mommy and daddy said they ain't gonna help. I all on my own. How could I be so careless? I wish I could go back to that now. But my education on hold. How could I let this happen? Don't let this happen to you. Contact the Department of Gender Affairs to find out about confidential offices and personnel available to answer questions about your sexuality or pre- or postnatal concerns.
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
I eat some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. At the beginning of each year, it seems that most of the world's population pursue the goal of fitness. But unfortunately, this goal is often not coupled with the virtue of consistency. Yes, we all know that too well. As the days, weeks, and even months go by, persons lose motivation and eventually give up on this goal. Here with me today is Paula Surgeon Collins, and yes, we are going to speak about that surgeon part of her name. As an athletic coach, and fitness advisor, Paula will enlighten us all on how we can remain consistent on our personal fitness journey. Good morning, Paula, and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Thank you. Good morning to you too. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday,
Yes.
Indeed, and Happy New Year. I was laughing, guys, whilst I was reading, because Paula was saying she needs to stop being so stiff, so she had me cracking up even before the interview started. So yesterday we spoke on the mind.
Yeah.
So as I said, we're going to do the holistic, the whole body. Yeah. We're going to be holistic about it. So now today we're going to talk about the body. So Paula, what factor does fitness display, or what factor does fitness have on our overall well-being?
I mean, when the term that says a fit body, a fit mind, and I believe it with whole heart. Like I believe in that terminology. When you're fit mind, fit body, fit mind. So that translates, because without the mind, everything is a mess. Especially after what we've been through over the last 2 years, a lot of mental issues. Persons are talking about that. So for me, I use it as a tool, and I encourage persons to use it as a tool. So once you can get when you're strong, I feel like strength. If you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, if you're a teacher, strong. You just walk in the room. You might not be feeling it, but you just do your best.
So what got you into fitness?
Well, I've never, the crazy thing about it, I was never athletic. I just had these, these nice little thunder thighs, and I'm like, what are these for? But I was always interested. But, growing up, my high school was really far from home. Okay. We had to be back and forth. My mother, for some reason, didn't think that I was to go into sports. Different reasons, even back then. But I grew up with 6 brothers, and my father, they like cricket, all these sports. So I was very interested in sports. But as I got older, I have my son. I realized, well, time to start working on this thing.
After the son?
After my son.
Okay.
So after my son, I started working out, and I realized that I like it. Okay. But like most persons, it is a craft, and you have to learn it. You can't assume that you know what to do. And what happened, I was in Florida, and I would go walking, and I would go home, and I would eat the same way and the same thing, because I figure, okay, nuts are good, so I'm going to have this whole box. No, nuts. In the island, we don't get all these fancy things, so when you get there. But I realized I wasn't, and the change for me is, I remember I was walking around in the gym, and a trainer said to me, you have an athletic body, why don't you do a fitness course that we're doing? And I'm like, I'll do it for myself, because I didn't think I was. And in 2 weeks, I was able to lose 10 pounds, and I realized it's in the food. It's not just the physical activity, but it's a whole approach. The meal, the rest, all of that. I'm like, how can I spread this message? Because I was so excited to feel like, okay, I could, because I actually was putting on a lot of weight and was working out, and there was nothing happening.
So it makes no sense to burn 1,500 calories at the gym and then go home and have a big steak and a potato, and then when you finish, you have some ice cream.
No, you're just gonna be like nice and round. And that's the thing, and people are discouraged because you're saying, okay, I can have. And I think when you're working out, it gives this positivity. Yes, you're more mindful. If you're not working out, you will just go home and like, you know what? Like people will say, I'm gonna eat all I want for Christmas. To come to me in January, and then I run and I hide from you in January. Why hide from me? Because now it's like, what am I gonna do? Because the truth is, you've now done something to yourself and I have to be realistic. And I think people are not realistic with their goals. We go on Instagram, Facebook, the different things, and we see these things, and we want to go. You can't. You have to take your time. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to be realistic. Simple movement, simple step, and to be guided. Because the guidance is different. Like people will say, one of the most requested things is that people want to lose their belly. They want,
of course.
Everybody.
Listen, as they said, that belly must be saved by Jesus, because that's the only part of our bodies I swear to have the salvation from. It wouldn't go.
But you can spot reduce. Contrary to what people say, I just want to work on my abs. In fitness, you cannot do spot reduction.
See, I knew that.
You have to be stronger overall. Because the body is a system from the head to the toe. So if you work on a certain area, you can overtrain that area, you wouldn't see results. So when a person comes to you, you can't, sometimes you can't even break it to them because they get discouraged. You cannot spot reduce. 90%, 99% of the times, most of our bodies, one side is a bit stronger than the other. And you see even in athletes, great, top performer. You have to design a program to build that part up, but you still cannot overdo what you're doing. You have to be doing it in a way that enhances.
Indeed. Now, our former National Carnival Queen, I know you were her trainer because she mentioned you on numerous occasions, and also in her finals. The walk that she did in her speech, you were one of the persons she thanked. Now, how early did she start training with you to get the body that she had for the pageant?
Nikira was so driven. She came, I think, shortly after university. It could have been February or March.
Okay.
And she came with a plan. She saw my work. She did. I'm not normally into the advertising. She saw my work, what I did with the athletes or with people, and I'm saying, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna have to do it good from day one.
Okay.
And when there are days that, she's a working woman, she's career driven, but she knew when. And sometimes I had to tell her, pull back, push, pull, Because sometimes people think it's go hard or go home.
Yes.
And I learned that early with even the high performer. You have to see them and say, okay, you had a hard day yesterday. What do we do? Sometimes you come to training, she would come to training, and she would not be feeling well, and I had to tweak the program to say, you have to know what to give. She showed up. She made me like, okay, if you're going to get there before me get out of bed. She showed up. She showed up. She did well.
Nice. So for us, let's start in January. We go lucky, and by March we're done. What advice do you have to give us concerning that?
Just go, start small, start slow. I say 10, 20 minutes, that's good. Sometimes 10 minutes out of that 20 minutes is just warming up. But you want to start slow and start realistic. So many persons have different issues, whether joints, hips, the different issues. So you want to be aware or get a professional to help you find out what the person does, because I've gotten a lot of cases where I got to fix stuff like no. Because sometimes that's what turns persons off. You go to the gym with the intention to enhance. And whatever you've gotten, people will tell you. Because some days you're not feeling 100%, and I'm expecting, and that's when you'll break. So you want to be realistic with your goal. You want to be tutored by someone who has had the knowledge. You want to make sure you're honest with your trainer, and be open. Sometimes it takes a while for you to get there, but just be open to say, okay, maybe don't go too hard. Don't stop eating all that you need, or don't start too hard, because you have to be patient with yourself to say, because contrary to what has happened, even us, I've started personal training in 20 years, 2003, thank you. And one of the things we thought is that no pain, no gain, the sore muscle is necessary. It's not necessary. Doesn't prove anything. It means that you as a professional, you're going to take a longer time to recover. You're going to feel, discouraged. But it doesn't mean that because you're in pain, it means gain. It means that I've gone too hard. And sometimes we are pressured by our clients to go harder, and then it's like, it's a mess. So one of the things I've learned in the last 10 years of my career is that hard don't mean, sore muscle don't mean anything. It means that I've pushed the person just a little bit too much, and I should then focus and try to go back to the drawing board and take each individual. It can't be a group thing. It has to be an individual thing.
Okay. How important? I know some of us say, I'm going to use you. Paula, too expensive. I'm going to go over here because this one way cheaper. How important it is, let the public know how important it is to go to the professional, although the money might seem steep, because as we know, your health is your wealth. Once you have health, and to go to the person that is way less and be hurt.
The thing is, it saves you a trip to the doctor. Medical bills could be ridiculous. I hate to be enclosed. I do not want to be in a room because of any sickness, okay? So I'm going to try. And what I remind persons, muscle is the largest glucose disposal. So we like to eat. It is one that drives longevity. So when you're saying that you want to take a shortcut, you could be injured. And I tell persons that it's not the injury, it's the recovery, it's the ability to recover. So when a person gets sick, whether it's cancer, or it's a fall from the hip, sometimes the reflex, I watch athletes, athletic, the reflex, you're falling, the ability to catch yourself and not hurt because you've practiced maybe push-up or different things. So when you're going into these things, it has to be done properly, or you'll be turned off, the persons who don't want. So if you want to save on your health, that's a problem, because being fit and healthy eliminate medical bills and time.
Oh man, you are so right. So I see you here today looking extremely listen, I want to exchange bodies. If she's willing, I'm taking. Did you have any, let's talk about the highs and lows on the journey. We already spoke about working out and eating the nuts and eating everything fancy. What are some of the other lows that you would have experienced, and what are some of the highs that got you to where you are today and that would have kept you consistent throughout your continued journey?
Some of the lows is, as human beings, we tend to compare. And comparison is a killer of the human soul. Each body is different. Each individual is different. Someone might start earlier in their athletic game. When I first started, and when I first started, I went in as trainers. We had to compete to prove our worth in the business. So my first year, 2 weeks out, I had chicken pox, and it was crazy. I'm like, I'm still gotta go. So I looked like I was shamingly. I went on that thing, and that was a low for me. But what I told myself in the second year, that when I touch this stage again, I should stand out so much you could see the winner from the loser, okay? And that was exactly what happened. I went in, I went hard, because I was like, I'm not gonna waste my time. When you get there, you see how much, a little bit more could have gotten you there. And it shows you that you have the ability to be the greatest. So the lows were the comparisons that and even now we still, because we could compare ourselves, but those are some of the lows. I see years of comparing, and we should never do that. And the highs is, I could say that I won the Miss Jamaica, the bikini. That's year after. Yes, honey.
She got a post.
So some of the highs, and having 3 children, and even my eldest son. My eldest son, I will say my age, okay? My eldest son is 30, and he's like, Mommy, I'm so proud of you. He's like a monster to me, and I look at him, I'm like, I'm never afraid, because you look at it and you say, I'm blessed. Like, and he looks to me. Even last night he was on the phone, because he was in the gym. He lives in the US, and he was on the gym. I had to be taking him through the program. I'm like, wow. And he says, he became my biggest teacher, but he always confided that, Mommy, you are my hero, because you've taught me. So sweet. So that's a high, my children.
Oh my God, I'm looking at this figure and I'm like, I need that body. As she said, we don't compare, but oh my gosh.
Right, that's fire, right? Yes.
Alrighty, we'll have much more tips from Paula after this short break. So folks, you have to stay tuned so we can be consistent on our fitness journey this year.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said, when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children, settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes!
When you feel it shaking and swimming around, you see the ocean gone like the fish on the sand. You should run, to high ground, a tsunami soon come.
Mommy, Uncle not here in the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school,
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see, Sammy.
When you feel the earth shaking and it's moving all around, you see the ocean gone like the fish on the sand. You should run, to higher ground, a tsunami soon come.
Good morning, SKN. Wagwan. Yo, it's Bensley Lad coming to you live from Jamaica. You see it already. See me, I say Caribbean people stand up, and I love this. This show is very important. You understand me? Yeah, man. Studio 327. Bensley Lad, it's a big up. See me, I say. I'm the whole innocent crew. Yeah, man. More love. Good morning, SKN. Wagwan. Yo, it's Bensley Lad coming to you live from Jamaica. You see it already. See me, I say Caribbean people stand up, and I love this. this show is very important. You understand me? Yeah, man. Studio 327. Ben's Labs, a big up. See me I say. I'm the whole innocent crew. Yeah, man. More love.
Good morning, SKN and Studio 327. This is Tal Batiste, one of your biggest fans. Just you're doing a lot of things well. Keep on that trajectory. Greatness, greatness, greatness.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN as we continue our exciting and engaging conversation with the body surgeon, yes, Mistress Paula Surgeon Collins. Speaking during the break of an individual who have type 1 diabetes and still battles fibroids. And you're told not to eat this, not to eat that, dairy is bad, meat is bad. How do you deal with a client that comes to you with all these issues?
One of the things that is a lot of misconception that has happened in the last 50 years, where most of these diseases were just being recognized. And we've been following a process where we have eliminated a lot of fats out of the diet. Persons with diabetes, they need protein. And what happens, you waste that protein. So for instance, a child whose hormone is kicking, say 13, puberty, they could eat 15 grams of protein and it's absorbed better than a diabetic. So what you're doing when you're restricting your protein, there's too much insulin that you need, and the type 1 doesn't have. They need insulin, but overproduction of the insulin start having you resisting because too much of anything is not good. And we need insulin, we don't need the excess.
Yes, indeed.
And so when you're wasting protein, because protein is the macronutrient that restore the muscle mass and the skeletal muscle, so you're stronger. You know, you'll see like a lion will eat like what the meat, you'll see. If you look at the animal kingdom, you see what animal eats what and what. And then it's their stomach, the effect of how do they do that? When you're full, when you eat protein, it needs a little bit of fat to break it down. And you're satiated, so you're not eating all the time. If you're eating too often, you're always stimulating insulin and stimulating. So you want to be able to eat, be satisfied, and let your body burn that fat. You want to adapt. So when persons are saying don't eat protein, it's a wrong concept, because as young, especially in the island, we know our food in the morning, it starts with bread. And so from the day one, but look at a baby, the breast milk is all fat. So think about when did we switch from babies to this lifestyle? And babies are so resilient, you wouldn't see them. They see they're nice and they're fuller and stuff. So our diet, because of ignorance and cheaper or whatever, our lifestyle, it has created a lot of issues. Even for myself, I could tell you when I trained, we had to eat 5 to 6 meals. I felt like I was becoming diabetic. There were symptoms, but I refused to go to the doctor. I'm like, I'm going to be the fit surgeon on myself. So I had to go back to eating. A way that, and then do a process of elimination. When we eat so many different stuff, we don't know which is causing the problem. You want to avoid processed food as much as you can. Go back to natural stuff. You want to do you want to say, okay, you want to isolate stuff so you know what drives what, when you're having issues, cramps. Okay, when I eat this is what I feel. People are afraid of fat, but we need fat for the heart. We need it for the brain to function. When persons with even epilepsy, the more fat you give them, the more they're able to function. So it has been a myth over the years that you go back. And then the vegetable is good, but once you can grow your vegetable locally, it's fine. It's the unknown that's bothering us.
All the things that they do put into stuff like that.
So it's not if we've adopted a way of living for so many years and it hasn't worked, we have to be willing to change.
Indeed.
Because people will say the science is true until it's proven not to be. Okay, and if you're gonna have a healthier lifestyle through just a little tweak, eventually you could add stuff back.
Yes.
But you want to heal the gut, you want to heal the body.
Yes.
And that's one of the things. So I've experienced clients that their fibroids shrink from like a grapefruit to like a lemon, small, and they're like, oh my God, tears, the testimony that I get, you know. Some of them I wish they would speak up, but you know, it's a hard topic because of the judgment of persons. They don't want to be there, but that's how we heal.
Wow.
And that's where the happiness comes in. My thing is to pass information on or to use what I've learned, because you become an expert at whatever you suffer. And sometimes that's the problem. So a lot of persons, even kids, now are suffering from insulin, type 1, type 2.
Yes.
And you have to think back at what could have caused that. Because kids are resilient, and of lately they are not anymore.
Boy, I wondered, as you said, maybe it could be some of the foods, but how, so a client comes to you, if you can say, how do you design a program? As you said, you help someone shrink a fibroid from that down to a lemon. How do you decide what they should eat, what they shouldn't eat, before you begin the whole regimen to get them into shape?
In an ideal world, what we do, we'd have stuff like blood tests. If you know you're going through an issue, you want to see, sometimes it's just testing to see what your body is depleted of. Over the years, the person don't realize just one night of missed sleep can start diabetes in the body. One, not two, just one. And diabetes starts sometimes 10 years, you know, early. That a lot of us in the fitness space have got to be studying, like, why aren't our clients losing weight? We're training them, we're changing to a low-fat diet, but that there's different things, like you want to ask them about sleep, because maybe it's that sleep. You need to sleep so your organs can recover.
Yes.
You know, people don't realize how much that your liver needs protein while you sleep. And if there's no protein in the body, that's where there's sometimes the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, because your liver is struggling, it can't break down the glucose. So a lot of times persons are afraid of fat, or you say to the person, like you speak to them, you see gradually what their lifestyle has been before. Sometimes it's for a religious reason, and you say, well, you have to import these things, might not have it here, but you encourage them. You don't go too crazy on a person. Gradually, it's like a relationship. You're getting to learn to know this person, to see what. Sometimes they can be very stubborn, and I go home, I'm like, man, this person don't try to change, man. But you have to give them that grace, because we too, it takes a while for us to learn, and sometimes we've been wrong.
Well, in closing, see, when I have post segments, I don't want to let them go. But in closing, Paula, the surgeon of the body, Collins, what advice would you give to persons out there that are looking to secure a fitness trainer like yourself, and just give them some encouragement to persevere with the exercise from today and beyond, not just for this year, but throughout their lifetime?
One of the things, you know, sometimes one of the things we want to talk about is the alcohol. People tend to wink at, I need a glass of wine. That's very toxic.
Okay.
I like a little wine sometimes, you know, so I'm not going to go crazy with me. But it takes you out of sleep. So you have to be able to sleep better.
Okay.
Sleep is very important. People want 8, 9, that's not it. You just want good REM sleep. You want to start slow.
Okay.
Say, for instance, if you have to hold on to do a squat, if you have to lean, if you have to do something different, you want to make sure you know your issues, and that you don't aggravate it. You can do a online consultation to say, here am I have knee issues, hip issues, where do I start? Initially, people will say squatting you don't have to do any squatting at all. Before, if later on it's a very good compound movement, but there are other exercises you could do. But you want to go easy, you want to start slow. You want to make sure you're not starving and training. Starvation is not eat properly, so that your body you're satisfied. It's important, but it's what you eat. And then you check your trainer to see what kind of trainer. Do I want to be in a group setting? How do I work? Do I like aerobics? Do I like personal training? Personal training doesn't have to be a long-term thing. It's for you to learn, and then you have to progress. When you start by holding on, then you let go. When you let go, you add a little weight or a little resistance with bands. So it's progression. You cannot be at that one. You can walk for a month, or two where you gotta just do something different from the walking. You know, you see a lot of people walking, you see no change, but
exactly.
you know, and they're discouraged.
Yeah.
But it's just progression.
Okay.
Add as you go along sensibly and ask questions. There's sometimes persons will help you without paying, but sometimes, you know, it's not the best advice.
Yes.
But make sure you know the portfolio. What have you done? Who have you trained?
Yes.
Let's show me what you've done.
Yes.
Don't just let anyone come up to you and say, I'm a trainer and I can help you. It can be to your detriment. So, you know.
Indeed. But ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first, and you heard it from Paula, surgeon, as I said, the body surgeon, Collins. Paula, thank you so much for coming in and enlightening us and ensuring that we have a holistic start for the new year. And if persons wanted to contact you to train, can you just let them know your contact information before we go?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Your contact information
you want
before
me
we go?
to
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
My number is 762-8168. That's my business number, and I'm the Fit Surgeon Collins on Instagram. I've been trying a little TikTok, but I haven't been good at it yet. First, it's like you gotta do TikTok, but
you'll get there.
I'm trying. So those are the places you could get me, and you know, send me a message if you don't hear from me. I'll respond.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Let's get on our fitness journey. Paula, Surgeon Collins, thank you so much. GMSKN Nation, stay tuned. Much more after this break.
Yeah.
Consuming excess salt can lead to heart attack, high blood pressure, and even stroke, and other health-related conditions such as kidney disease.
Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Karen of Paris and support from Paris, Vermont. I want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Thanks.
You can lower your salt intake by reducing salty foods, removing table salt, and using salt alternatives when cooking.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care of yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
Representing for Good Morning SKN. We say good vibes, good energy, blessings and love. Voice rated.
Every year, the entire nation looks forward to the revelry that comes with our beloved National Carnival. From the pageants to the parades and even the sweet steel pan and Calypso music. In the spirit of Sugar Mass, I have the pleasure of speaking with the newly crowned 2022-2023 Senior Calypso Monarch, Queen Independent. Good morning, Queen Independent, and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning, and thank you very much.
A pleasure having you. I see you're a bit under the water too, but we're going to do our best to get through this one, right? So you recaptured the crown once again. Can you let us know when you captured it first and how many crowns you would have captured in your short lifetime? Right. I'm going to say short because I expect your lifetime to be a long one. So how many crowns have you captured up to this point then?
So I captured my last crown, which is the 3rd National Monarch, and the show was on the 29th of December.
Okay.
I have 2 female monarchs and 2 junior monarchs. I have 7 national titles.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And what got you into Calypso?
I was forced.
You was?
Yes.
Okay.
When I was a junior, I attended the Bastia High School, and I was asked to enter the school show, which I won, and then I went into the junior show. Which at this time I was 16, so I had just 2 years to compete, and then I took a break.
Okay.
Well, I stopped.
You stopped, okay.
In 2017, I went through a terrible situation, and I needed something to uplift me.
Okay.
So I decided to go into try Calypso again to see how I felt. Went into the female competition, came first one up, which kind of, gave me a little blow,
Aww.
And then I was told not to give up. Then I entered into the senior competition where I won, and I became the first national monarch.
Okay, so the first senior competition you entered, you won.
Correct.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So you said you stopped.
Yes.
And you restarted.
Yes.
During that time, were there any persons that encouraged you to restart, or was it just you that get up and decide?
Everybody.
So you see, everybody had faith in you.
Everywhere I go. I was like, you're not gonna sing Calypso again? No. And I'll be honest, for a junior or young Calypsonian, because I'm just 30, one of the things that is not happening is Calypso is not evolving. So especially in the OECS, the Leeward Islands, it's just not evolving. So when you listen to a Trinidad Calypsonian sing and you go like, I want that. But then you think about, will it be accepted here?
Wow.
That's one of the struggles I went through this Carnival season with one of my songs. So there are three Calypsonians that I look up to. Kurt Allen, who is the driving force in terms of me in Calypso.
Okay.
Karine Ashe and Conris Maynard, my three Ks. And the style that each of them bring is different.
Yes.
So they have made their name by being different. So one of the things that I try to do when I'm writing my pieces is to try to bring something different.
Yes.
Now this year is a big controversy about my second song, saying it's not Calypso. I was also penalized very hard for it in Monarch when I went to compete, because that's one of the things I would say, is it? Some people was like, yes, some people was like, no.
Wow.
But somebody said something that was quite interesting, because I was on a few radio stations after, because they wanted to get into the song and so forth, because the song had such a big stir. And I was on a Dominican radio station, and the person said, if a Trinidadian had sung this same song,
you wouldn't get this for the flag.
The feedback would have been very much different.
Okay, so let's talk about what we can do to change that in the OECS, since it seems to be a little ticklish in the OECS only. What can we do?
It's a mindset. And of course, the rules have to be mended. If we continue to, I remember last year, the year before last, I sang a song, my second song, and a judge came to me and he was like, sang a little bit too much. Jamaica dancehall.
Okay.
I was like, what makes it dancehall? What makes dancehall dancehall? What makes Calypso Calypso? Because if I just do two simple drops inside of the Calypso, does it change the whole?
Yeah.
Does it change the whole song? So you're not allowed to be creative. As I said, the song was very personal to me. I think in this time we need that voice. We need something that is, talking about gender-based violence. Women right now are taking so much licks.
Yeah.
And I needed a song that when you hear it, it's not the traditional Calypso way, you bounce or dance. I needed a song that made you listen.
Yes, exactly.
Because the words and the lyrics were the most important part of the song. I didn't want it too much in terms of music, just listen to what was being said. A lot of young people go through domestic violence and, you know, we don't know. And it's not necessarily just the beatings. The verbal is really, really bad.
It is bad, trust
And
me.
we just accept it because, you know, my mother used to talk to me so, my father used to talk to me so. But it's not right. Are you steadier for, you know, personal reasons? Maybe the person spoils you, gives you money and so forth, but is it worth everything that you're going through?
Exactly.
So I had to create a song that would reflect such. Each of my pieces that I wrote had something personal to me.
Okay.
The first song, Where is the Leadership, spoke to what was happening at the time with, you know, Philo Wallace, the case itself, Timai, Henry, and so forth. That, you know, I just felt like they just swept under the rug.
Yeah, because we haven't heard anything about those.
Correct. Rat-a-tat. I had a friend that got shot, and he got shot 7 times. And that's the song, rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. So the 7 bullets that I heard it, and it was, you know, 3rd year I wrote about my experience that I went through when I got kidnapped. And it was just, every song that I write is personal, but it's also to share my story or to share perspective to see if it can help somebody.
And that's what we need. And for it to be an open space and feel safe that we can speak about stuff like that goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have much more of this conversation after we return from this short break.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Good morning, this is Carol from Lux Carnival, and I listen to Good Morning SKN.
Yeah.
An exotic experience.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN as we continue our engaging discussion with a Queen Independent. Queen Independent, I didn't ask you how you got your name though. So can I ask the question, where did you get that name from?
So I got my name when I was in high school. was quite the tomboy. And it just, I don't know, I was asking my friends, like, why think I shouldn't have the independent? Let me just do independent. So we started with Miss Independent.
Okay.
And I was going to change it when I was a senior. And senior Calypso told me not to. It was like, you already have 2 crowns on the name, just continue with it. So that is how I end up continuing with the name.
Independent, I like that. So let's talk about the meaning behind your songs, because you spoke about the meaning behind your other songs. Let's start with The Cure.
Well, for quite some time, the year before, I sang about the song People Used to Matter More.
Okay.
And for The Cure, it's saying, listen, country's at a point where it needs to heal.
Yes.
So it's either you are the cure or not. So I said, of course, God gave us Dr. Joe. But I also said in the song, listen, 5 years not guaranteed. We have seen it done already. So you have to know what you're doing. You have to come and pull back the people together, because we are in election mode since 2013, 2012. The country has not settled down.
Yes, you are correct.
So, we feel in this fresh new year and so forth. Will it continue?
Oh, boy.
Because you're new, so they ain't cuss yet.
Yeah. Oh, boy. You're making me think. Yes, now you're making me think. Wow.
But then also to address a lot of politicians go on the platform and they say, I'm going to lock you up. You do this, you do that, you do this. But they don't. So also in this song, I'm holding you accountable for what you said.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
So it's like, okay, this person steals such and such a money from the treasury. Are you going to get it back? Are they going to jail?
Yes.
What's your next step?
Yes.
Because we have seen it over and over and over and over, and nothing is being done.
Yeah, it's like it just gets swept under the rug and forgotten, just like all the other issues that you speak about. What about Flashlight?
Flashlight, my most controversial song, even though I thought The Cure would have been. Flashlight came from the situation with Desiree.
Okay.
And it was on my tongue. Remember Julie Charles, she was like, okay, you got to sing something on this. At the time, I didn't know how to craft with it.
Okay.
So I put something together and I said, Julie, what do you think? She's like, I love it. But I couldn't just lay it steady because the purpose of the song was for people to actually hear it, to feel it. So I decided to take the little piece that I created for that and turn it into a full song. I have friends that have been through it, seen it happening, and we have to start the conversation somewhere.
Yes.
I said all the time, the Calypsonian is the mouthpiece of the people.
Yes.
So I decided to talk on an issue that, I mean, every year you hear domestic violence, but it's getting worse.
Worse, you are correct. And the little conversation me and you had during the break, it is getting worse.
They're not. People are not thinking, and I think sometimes we think about domestic violence and we just think, man and woman. Sometimes the women are also the aggressors.
Yeah.
And we have to, I mean, in this song there's a part that said, this is love. But is it?
Definitely isn't at all.
Sometimes it's generational traits.
Yes.
I see mommy strong because mommy ain't strong because daddy used to hit her.
No.
Mommy's strong for you.
Yeah, because she had to show us a brave face and at the end of the day.
Correct.
Yeah.
So at some point in time, we have to break this generational curse. We have to actually come together and say, listen, no. And when I say I will be your flashlight, I will lead you home. I remember somebody was talking to me, it was Dr. Alexander, and he said, what is home? And I said, home is a safe place.
It is.
It doesn't mean the situation that you're in, because sometimes, you gain horrible treatment at what you call home. Home is a safe place. We have so many safe havens here people don't even know about.
So that's something that I guess the persons responsible for these safe havens have to come out and speak about. So
correct.
And as women and men, we have to need the help and want to change, because sometimes we feel, okay, this is the best I can do. I can go back there, whatever. But we have to want to change. And I don't know if we are people of change these days, because we just stick to what we know and we just push forward.
I think it's the encouragement. So there's a part in the song where I say, you know, you reach out to society and there must be like the blows. Reach out to your family, girl, keep your business off the road.
Yeah.
You know, you run to an officer, you're still in love, so you want to see me in the bars. The most important part of that section of the song is you look down to your children and you're already seeing scars.
Wow.
Where you might see a son got a little anger issue, might hit his sister, and you might think that, you know, they're young, they're just playing. It's much more to it.
It has begun. It's definitely begun.
So you have to, I mean, sometimes it's very hard to get out of a situation. We might say, you know, man, they're small, no, hang on, do it again, or whatever, you know, you apologize and so forth. How many times did he apologize?
Exactly.
How many times has he done it again? So for me, flashlight for me this year was listen to me. This is what I want. This is the message that I'm trying to get out.
Yeah.
This is the best way I know how to get out. How to get it out.
Okay. So what advice would you give to younger Calypsonians, because we see the impact that you're having on the society as a Calypsonian? What advice would you give to them, as you said, the fact that they're being held back in certain areas? What would you tell them to not be discouraged and to persevere, and that hopefully one day we can change the stigma of what Calypso is feeling in these parts of the Caribbean?
Well, I would tell them not to break the rules, but to challenge it. For me, Congress changed what we thought Calypso was here. And he brought a different style, a different melody, everything. When you look at a Calypsonian like Congress, Calypsonians here who inspire me, Congress, Pungwa, Ayatollah, of course my sister, and King Craig. When you look at those Calypsonians who have been singing for a lot of years, and you look at this style, even somebody like, what's his name, Unexpected, you need both craft, wittiness, the creativity of this song, something that people would remember. I'm saying, don't give up, I'll be honest, I think sometimes Calypso can be really boring. I think that because it's been the same for so long, you kind of know, what to expect. But if you just bring a little bit of, if for instance, Queenie G this year, she sang the Finger song. And man, everywhere you go, you're hearing the song in your head, you're bouncing it in your head and so forth, because it was different. If we continue to push the narrative, continue to push the bar, we could create something unique in St. Kitts where we have our own selling point as to what Calypso is. Now, I don't think you expect somebody who is 30 to sound like somebody who is 60. But then, a lot of us have the same mindset that this is how it's supposed to be. Why? Reggae has evolved, dancehall has evolved, everything, soca has evolved. And soca was created by Calypso, and it already has evolved. And we just feel like this is how Calypso has to be. Why?
Sticking to it. Okay. Well, I hope the folks are listening to you today and that they're going to put in practice what you would have said. And that the next time I see you...
me on it.
But let's hope it's not the latter. And the next time I see you, you will be all smiles and telling me, girl, I got there. So how about that? Ladies and gentlemen, Queen Independent, congratulations again on your win. Do us proud. Keep pushing. If you need someone to fight with you, look me here. Stay tuned, folks. Much more after this short break.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Hi. If you are a smoker, please pay attention to this message. According to the World Health Organization, there are 1.3 billion smokers in the world today, and tobacco kills 1 out of every 2 smokers. Did you know that there is enough nicotine in 5 cigarettes to kill an average adult if ingested whole? There are more than 7,000 chemicals in tobacco smoke, of which more than 250 are known to be harmful. More than 69 are known to cause cancer, and 16 are classified as Group 1 carcinogens. Smoking kills. Are you ignoring that warning every time you smoke? Please stop. Smoking can lead to severe health complications and even death. It affects almost every organ in the body, especially the lungs and heart. It raises blood pressure, increases blood clots, and increases the risk of stroke, heart attack, and cancer. It is hard to quit smoking, but it is not impossible. Don't let tobacco destroy you. Remember the 4 Ds to curb your tobacco cravings. 1. Delay. Set a time limit before you decide to smoke. 2. Drink water. Go get a drink before you do anything else. 3. Do something else. Have a goodie bag handy of other things to do. And 4. Deep breathing. Take at least 10 deep breaths every time you think about smoking. Quit smoking and live a longer and happier life. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yo, what up? It's your boy N Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. And follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
no cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Yo, this is your boy Smiley of the Grandmasters Band, and you're watching GMSKN. Hey, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just make sure you're watching GMSKN. What up?
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome to Good Morning SKN, the 2022-2023 National Carnival Swimwear Queen, Miss Kellane Gayle. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. I'm looking at her, and guys, she's stunningly beautiful in person. Yes, she is. So, right off the bat, was it a shock when you won this crown, or was that your intention?
It was my intention to capture the crown. Well.
Wow. And during the break, we were having a little conversation. How many months did you have to prepare?
Little over 2 months.
2 months.
We started, I can say we started officially in November.
Okay.
Officially.
November, you said?
We did like photo shoots and everything.
Wow.
So November. Can I say 1 month?
Wow. So did you wish you had some more time?
Of course. I think more time would have given us the opportunity to kind of perfect what we had.
Okay.
Or get it close to there and work on the body, you know?
Work on my body again? Kellane is trying to make me look bad this morning.
Oh, no.
She said work on the body. Okay, that's good stuff. And I want to know, as I was telling you, why not enter Miss St. Kitts? Why did you choose the swimsuit pageant?
Actually, I was scouted for the swimsuit pageant.
Oh, okay.
I did not plan to enter this year.
Okay.
Nor did I have it in mind.
Okay.
So much at all.
Okay.
I did White Sands prior.
Okay.
And I kind of I thought I just wanted to leave it there. I didn't have any intention to go forward or do any other pageants.
Okay.
But I was not opposed to the idea. But here I am.
So you did White Sands, and I realized you were sponsored by Carnival White Sands as well.
That's
did
my
you,
family.
Okay, so did you win that pageant?
Yes, I won that pageant.
Oh, okay. So do you have any... Before we go on, where did you actually start in pageantry?
I started modeling with Movado, modeling
nice.
agency, and that's where everything started.
Okay.
And went on to Carnival White Sands.
Okay.
And Miss Swimsuit.
Okay, so Miss Carnival was your first pageant.
Yeah.
So you never had pageantry on your radar?
Oh, no. No. Not at all. Pageantry found me, pretty much.
Oh, it found you. So what about entering Miss St. Kitts? Is that a goal of yours?
We will find out.
Ooh, am I speaking to a potential contestant for this year? So, ooh, wow. So what was the experience like getting ready for the show? What were your highs? What were your lows? Any injuries while you were getting ready?
No injuries.
Okay, good stuff.
It was a very short time, so of course it was quite hectic. So we had to kind of find our way between there. It was mostly hectic, but we have to make the best of the time and kind of get ourselves together.
What was the hardest segment for you to get ready for?
The hardest segment for me was the National Pride.
I saw you on the road actually. The Poinciana flowers, right?
Yes.
Why was it hard? Because it looked so easy.
It looked easy. It looked easy, but I dreaded that entire segment because I can't dance. I'm not a dancer. And usually when I see the girls on stage, they're always nice and vibrant and expressive. And they're dancing, and I beat myself up the entire time. Oh, I can't dance.
Aww.
So, yeah.
You didn't practice in front of the mirror before you made the big debut?
Listen, I practiced and practiced and practiced some more, and I'm like, no, stop. Yeah.
Oh, wow. But overall, you had fun.
Yeah, I had fun. That's actually the segment that I enjoyed the most. So,
look at that.
To my surprise.
Look at that.
It was really good.
What was the camaraderie like with the other contestants? Because I realized it was only 4 of you.
It was only 4 of us, but they pretty much became my sisters.
Oh, that's sweet.
And surprisingly, I'm the older sister. I had no idea. I thought I would have been, just somewhere between there because from White Sands, I was the baby.
Okay.
And I came with an expectation to be the younger sibling.
Okay.
But they were all very wonderful.
Nice.
And I hope we can keep the friendship and the bond
Yes. Lovely, lovely. So, leading up to the pageant, last few hours, where were your nerves? What were you like?
going. I'm a very chill person.
Ooh, I
Very
see
chill.
that. Yes, I can attest.
So I tend to not stress myself out because I already know that my team, we worked very hard and getting my performance together. So ain't nothing to stress about there, right? So it's just for me to get on stage and execute at my best.
Okay, so who's your team, since you mentioned your team?
Janet is my chaperone.
Ooh, Janet, you go girl, Janet has 2 crowns.
Yes, okay, the winning team.
Okay. Okay, lovely.
Yeah, crowns and
nice.
tears. They are my team.
Okay.
Everybody, the experience with them, it was amazing, and I'm truly grateful for all of them.
So for anyone that's doing any sort of show, you would recommend
10 out of 10.
Oh, just
Get
like
yourself
that.
on the crowns and tears. Okay?
So you mentioned your favorite segment being the National Pride segment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got the Miss Photogenic, you got Best Creative National Pride, and you got Best Identical Swimmer. Were you expecting to capture all of those?
Of course.
Yep. I just love how these ladies said, of course.
Yes, I expected all of them. My team, they came from a different perspective with every single thing, with the routines and the pieces. So I know, of course, when it comes down to creativity, of course we would
knock it out of the park. I liked your, do I dare say, was it a Gatsby themed for your swimsuit that should be in, I think, a gown? Can you let me know what the correct name for that segment?
Glitz and Glam?
Glitz and Glam, okay.
Glam.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love that.
It was Las Vegas.
Oh, Las Vegas, okay. Oh, so you were a showgirl.
Vegas in St. Kitts.
Okay,
Yeah.
oh, okay, nice, nice. So, as we spoke earlier, you said there wasn't a platform in this pageant, but what are you looking forward to during your reign for this year?
I'm looking forward to, actually, I would hope that I'll be able to speak a bit more about being more sustainable.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Because I think that's one thing we can work on as a people, being more sustainable in our lifestyle. And yeah.
So you hope to speak. So whomever's responsible, she wants to speak on us being more sustainable, okay? And she should be listened to.
That's right.
So for persons who want to enter the pageant, because you see you're chilled, you're not nervous, you're just good, you just go up there, you do your thing, and you come away with that shiny piece on your head, aka the crown. What advice would you give to them?
One advice that I would give to someone looking to enter?
Yes, looking to enter the swimsuit pageant.
Well, the swimsuit in particular, just pageantry.
Let's do pageantry overall.
Pageantry, I would say, is an amazing platform, is an amazing place to kind of face your challenges or challenge yourself and face your insecurities. It's a place where you can work on your social skills and improve as a person in those areas.
I never knew pageantry could help me to work on my social skills, but now I know. I did pageantry once. I went in for the Miss Leah. I came second runner-up, so I did it once. I wanted to do it younger, but I didn't think it's something that was acceptable back then in our era. Yeah, I said our era. That makes me old. Yeah, my era. Yeah, it makes me sound old, right? Yeah, I didn't think my mom was in game for it, so yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I wish you nothing but the best. Congratulations again on winning. And see you in the Miss St. Kitts pageant this year.
We will see.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, lovely. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I doing it right?
Ooh. And the heels. Ooh. Is this your wedding hairstyle still?
Yes.
You're good. You're good to keep this boy. Nice. Nice. Ooh. Oh, you got the shoes. Yes, I like this especially. You had the walk.
Yeah, thank you.
When you actually get to look at yourself and see what you did, how proud, how accomplished do you actually feel?
I felt so happy. I'm literally there smiling every time I watch it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I did that.
You did that
because I don't even know what I was thinking.
Oh, nice.
I try not to think too much because then you kind of throw yourself off. You know, so you just let it flow. You already know what you're doing. So
enjoy the moment.
You just enjoy the moment and the crowd. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
really
indeed.
Surprised me.
Indeed, yeah, they were screaming because when I looked back at the little clips that they put on YouTube, I'd be like, look at everybody in front, they're just screaming for her.
I was not expecting all those people. Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
They showed up and out for you, and that's very good. And congratulations to your team once again. Lucky Janet. Janet got two. Got two. And thank you so much for coming and chatting with us today. I hope this is not our last conversation. And as I said, see you in whatever endeavors you take on, okay?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kellane and Gayle, the winner of the National Swimsuit Pageant 2022-2023. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Much more after this break. You are certainly welcome.
You see that new boy that just joined the school last week? He brought me a chocolate this morning because I showed him the way home from school yesterday.
You like him?
No, he's just my friend. Plus, he is my neighbor. He asked me if we can walk home together for lunch tomorrow, and I told him yes.
I don't like these big boys. They tend to like to touch girls without your consent.
What do you mean by consent?
It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
He is cute though.
Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my house. I thought it was okay because he seemed friendly and respectful. So I turned on the TV and offered him a soda. We sat in the chair together. Then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home.
My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN as we loosen up. As most of us know, it is a norm for many people to set new goals as we welcome in the new year. Here are some tips from experts and, oh my gosh, myself, to guide you on how to set realistic and attainable goals. So, from the experts, yes, we will begin with the experts because sometimes I fall off the wagon, but I try my best to be consistent and stay on. So, from the experts, be specific with your goals. Specific. So goal setting should include creating specific goals and specific steps to achieve those goals. It is best to create an overall goal and smaller tasks to help you meet this goal so you can plot a clear plan. Like myself, I started cleaning on December 24th and I intend at least to finish by January 24th because I only have one room left. So I'm keeping to a T with my goals, little by little every day, and I'm not trying to overexhaust myself by doing everything at once. So secondly, write these goals down. Guys, this works. It works. I've written everything I wanted to accomplish for last year. Believe it or not, I only accomplished about 6, which is fair enough because I think it's 6 out of 15. It's not too bad, you know, but little by little. So writing down your goals. Listing your goals on paper makes them feel real and helps you to remember them. Whether the goals are big or small, write each one down somewhere. You'll regularly see, well, don't write it and hide it, you know. Write it and stick it somewhere or write it in a journal that you go to every day so you can look back and you can see, okay, did I accomplish this? What do I need to accomplish? This particular goal. So seeing it in writing can be a constant reminder to get to work. Thirdly, reward yourself. When you accomplish a goal, giving yourself rewards after accomplishing your goals can motivate you to continue achieving more of them. Like me, if I lose a pound, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to eat 1 spoon of my coffee ice cream, but I'm not going to eat it for the rest of the month. But at least I would have rewarded myself. Fourthly, prioritize one goal at a time. Most of your goals should be challenging and take time to accomplish, as I said. So I am back to my 9 because I only accomplished 6. So I'm trying to get my vision board in order. So once I plop that, yes, I'm going to plop it on the wall. Yeah, I'm going to put it up and I'm going to plop it on the wall. I'm always going to see it, so it's going to be in my skin like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And I think it should be the same way for you. As most motivational speakers say, it takes 21 days to get in the habit of doing something. So write all your goals, stick it on the mirror, practice it for 21, and I guarantee I've used that. It works. So goals should be challenging as we said before, and take time to accomplish. This is why you set time aside to complete individual tasks for each goal. It's easier to focus on one item at a time rather than trying to divide your time between them. That's why I said cleaning my house piece by piece by piece. And by the 24th or before, I should come back to you guys and say, yo, I'm done cleaning. And it's not even the 24th because I'm doing it bit by bit. Set deadlines for each goal. As I said, the 24th of January. To ensure you commit to your goals, set clear and realistic deadlines for yourself. After listing specific tasks to complete, you should write out deadlines for each one. Our 6th point, stay positive. I know it's hard, because some of us too, we start our exercise routine. January morning, we're pumped, we're in the gym, we're doing this, we're doing that. Boy, by March, it's like, I don't want to do that no more, that's taking too much time, blah, blah, blah. But we got to stay positive, we got to push on, as Paula said this morning. There may be moments where you fall short of meeting your goals, okay? So it's important to stay positive during the process and to teach yourself to learn from any mistakes as you keep moving forward to accomplish the next goal. So you have to stay positive. Staying positive is a must, as they say. So we're gonna go through those one more times from the experts. Be specific about your goals. Write down your goals. Reward yourself when you accomplish your goals. Prioritize one goal at a time. Set deadlines for each goal. And remember, stay positive. As I said, it's hard to stay positive, but you have to push through. If you know you want to achieve this by that time, you have to keep going. And when we spoke about exercise this morning, we might say, from January to December, let's say we're trying to get our ultra body. I'm going to use ultra because everybody uses ultra. We have to work hard to get this ultra body. We have to change the way we eat. We have to change the way we do things. We may have to get up early in the morning and exercise. But we have to work. And there are days we're not going to feel motivated. You heard Paula say some days Nakira didn't feel her best, but she still showed up and she tailored the workout to meet her needs. So even if you don't feel your best, just get up for 20 minutes, do a few swings, do a little jog in the spot. If you have weights at home, you push your weights up. Just be careful, don't injure yourself whilst you're exercising. But stick to the plan. A little adds up to much, and we know that. We know that from kids. We're saving our little monies. If we put $1 in today and we continue to put $1 in every day from the allowance our parents give us, at the end of the year, our piggy bank is going to be overflowing. So the little that we do, it adds up. And as I said, follow the 21-day strategy. Once you do that 21-day strategy, it works. If you write down something every day, at the end of 21 days, you'll be like, what am I doing? Look, I'm doing this. Look how much I would have accomplished. So yeah, so my goals that I would have met this year, just to share with you, I ticked it off right after I was done. Got the opportunity to host a National Carnival Queen Pageant. That's been a dream of mine for years. I landed this job, my dream job, after, believe it or not, whilst I was flying, there were passengers that would always tell me, Hortensia, those that got familiar with me, you have a career in television or radio. And I was like, oh gosh, yeah, one day. And then I just put it on the back burner, but I keep telling my friends, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. That even when the goal came up, I was like, what? Is this real? Is this for real? And I was like, oh my gosh. So I got through with that. And as I said, I'm 11 months in, and I would tap myself on the shoulder and said, I've grown quite a lot, and there's still much more improvements to be had. Like I go home yesterday or daily when I do a show and I'd be like, okay, I didn't like how I said this. I didn't like how I do that. And I make points and I'd be like, okay, so tomorrow I can do this, tomorrow I can say it like that, And I find every day, folks, I'm getting better and better. So that's two of the goals that I would have met for the year. The savings, I didn't do so well on that. So that's one that I didn't meet, because I swear every time you turn, money needs to be had for something. I'm trying to remember the others that I accomplished. I didn't lose the weight because my average weight was supposed to be down to 160, but I lost some pounds. I can report that I've lost 5, so I'm still grateful. That's why I ate, yes, those 2 scoops of coffee ice cream. Yes, my favorite from Briar's. And when I remember the other goals that I would have accomplished, I'll share it with you guys. But as I said, I did 6 out of 15 and I did great. So keep at it. Don't give up. I'm doing my vision board. When I'm done with this vision board, I'm going to present this lovely vision board with my goals to you for 2023, and we will see how far I get once we all live to see December of this year. So folks, keep at it. Little by little adds up to much. and we will all succeed for 2023 with our goals. Let's not set goals and they pop down or flop down this year. Let's see our goals through. Remember to be specific about these goals, write them down, put them where you can see them, don't hide them. Reward yourself when you accomplish your goal. Prioritize one goal at a time. Set deadlines for each of these goals, and remember to stay positive whilst you do so. Stay tuned. Much more after this.
Where are you going?
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango.
Good morning. This is Karen of Paris and Support from Paris, Vermont. I want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Thanks.
Did you know that there are certain seasonings that contain more salt than you actually need? There are more natural, healthier ways to reduce the salt intake in your dishes by using natural things like onions, garlic, seasoned peppers, and even thyme and merengue powder.
Good morning, SKN. This is Lyrical. I just want to say blessings to you. There are a happy place in the life if you live in there. A happy place in the life if you live in there. Cause them at a happy place in the life. And they can't change. And they just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, they will never ever change. Blessings, blessings, and blessings.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. It's time to let you know, yes, what is happening. And what is happening is, as the UVI 2023 scholarship is up for grabs. So the government of St. Kitts and Nevis invites graduates of the Clarence Fitzroy Bryan College and the Nevis Sixth Form College to apply for UVI scholarships. Guys, your opportunity is here. Apply, apply, apply. Scholarships are only available to graduates interested in undertaking studies at the University of the Virgin Islands for a maximum of 4 years. What is 4 years of your young life? Getting more education to get more pay. Am I correct? Okay. So the following documents must be delivered to the Ministry of Human Resources by Thursday, March 30th, 2023. 1 original and 2 copies of your completed application form. Secondly, 1 original and 2 certified copies of your birth certificate. Thirdly, 1 original and 2 certified copies of your high school certificates of qualification. Fourthly, 1 original and 2 certified copies of your college certificates of qualification. And lastly, 1 original and 2 certified copies of your university acceptance letter. So guys, apply. Take the opportunity. Go to school for free. Jakimo is here. She told you it worked out for her. Maybe it just might work out for you as well. Secondly, the prize giving. The St. Kitts and Nevis National Carnival Committee is inviting the public to attend its prize giving ceremony on Friday, January 13th at 7 p.m. in the circus. Okay? So on Friday, go out and celebrate with the recipients that participated in this year's 51st Carnival. Let us continue to celebrate as one. Yes. The Blessings Daycare Center is hosting its soft opening and viewing this week on January 6th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So that's tomorrow. Go out and see the official opening of the brand new modern facility. Contact 869-668-6733 for further details. And this is the part of the show where we wish it, or should we say it ain't so. It's done. So, oh my gosh, thank you to all the lovely guests that we had this morning and the opportunities that I had to speak to those 3 lovely young ladies in their respective rights. So thank you for joining us today. We hope you told your friend to join. We hope you shared. We hope you told your family to come on the link. Come on the link. Good Morning SKN is on episode 256. Tomorrow's episode 257. And we have on MJ Byron tomorrow. Look at that. We'll be making vision boards. Jamie, please get better soon so you can come so we can have fun making our vision boards. And our weekly Friday segment. So MJ Byron is on tomorrow. We'll be making vision boards, hopefully, and our weekly Friday segments. As we normally say, tune in daily, where you'll find a little bit of everything for everyone. And I hope you found what you were looking for today. As I said, get your friends, your family, your co-workers, your bosses, tell them, turn the TV on, watch us. Come on. Do that for us here at GMSKN. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms, including Facebook and YouTube at Studio 327 Inc. and Instagram at Good Morning SKN. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, and share. Also, check out our website at studio327inc.com to learn more about GMSKN and Studio 327. And my favorite part of the show, where I love to say this part, leave us a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of today's show, how we are doing, what you'd like to see, and how we can improve. And see you tomorrow, Friday. Yes, Friday at 8 a.m. when you will start your morning with us right here at Good Morning SKN. Remember to tell your friend to subscribe. I'm still looking to get those figures up. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful Thursday and see you in the morning.